Imagine you're on a flight. You look out the window and suddenly you see a long stream coming from the wing. Your first thought, the plane is leaking. Or maybe, wait, are they dumping fuel? It sounds crazy. Fuel is expensive. Airlines spend millions of dollars on it every single day. So why would a pilot ever throw it away on purpose? The answer has everything to do with one thing: weight. Here's something most people don't know. A large airplane has two very different maximum weights. One is the maximum takeoff weight, the other is the maximum landing weight. And surprisingly, the landing weight is often much lower. Why? Because landing is incredibly stressful for an aircraft. When the wheels hit the runway, enormous forces travel through the landing gear, wings, and fuselage. If the airplane is too heavy, that impact can cause serious structural damage. Now imagine this: a plane takes off for a 12-hour flight across the ocean. It's carrying tens of thousands of kilograms of fuel because it needs enough to reach its destination. But only 10 minutes after takeoff, a passenger has a medical emergency, or maybe an engine warning light comes on. The pilots decide they must return immediately. There's one problem. The aircraft is still almost completely full of fuel, which means it's too heavy to land safely. So what do? This is where fuel dumping comes in. Certain large aircraft have special fuel dump systems. These systems allow pilots to release fuel through nozzles located near the wings. But they don't just dump it anywhere. Pilots fly to a designated area, usually away from cities and populated places. They also climb to an appropriate altitude. As the fuel leaves the aircraft, it's sprayed into tiny droplets. At high altitude, much of it evaporates before ever reaching the ground. It's a carefully controlled emergency procedure, not something pilots do just to save time. But here's the twist. Most airplanes can't dump fuel at all. That's right. Many popular aircraft, including the Boeing 737 and Airbus A320, don't even have fuel dump systems. If one of these planes needs to land shortly after takeoff, the pilots usually have two options. If the situation allows, they'll stay in the air and burn fuel by flying in circles. If it's a true emergency, they'll simply land overweight. Yes, that's allowed. Safety always comes first. After landing, engineers perform a detailed inspection to make sure the aircraft wasn't damaged. So, an overweight landing is often considered the better option than wasting valuable time. Only larger long-range aircraft, like those designed for intercontinental flights, are more likely to have fuel dumping systems because they carry so much extra fuel at takeoff. For those airplanes, dumping fuel can quickly reduce the aircraft to a safe landing weight. So, the next time you hear that an airplane dumped fuel, don't assume something went wrong with the aircraft itself. In fact, it's usually a sign that the crew is following carefully designed safety procedures. They're not wasting fuel, they're protecting everyone on board. And here's the surprising part. Most airplanes will never dump fuel in their entire lifetime because for the vast majority of flights, they simply don't need to.